Good afternoon. Europe's response to the conflict in Gaza has been a failure and risks undermining its global credibility, that according to the Prime Minister. Ahead of a meeting with the UK's Sir Keir Starmer in London, Pedro Sanchez, the first European leader to accuse Israel of committing genocide in Gaza, told the media the conflict represents one of the darkest episodes of international relations in the 21st century. It's a failure, he said, absolutely. It's also the reality that within the EU there are countries that are divided when it comes to how to influence Israel. His comments come days after local health officials said 31 people were killed in strikes across the Gaza Strip as Israel presses ahead with a major military offensive. Mr. Sanchez said the US, under President Donald Trump, was ending the international order established after the Second World War. But he suggested the US withdrawal from major institutions, such as the World Health Organization, could create an opening for Europe and the UK to assert greater global leadership. Meanwhile, dozens of teachers locked themselves inside a cultural centre in Madrid yesterday, demanding the government impose an arms embargo on Israel. The protest, organised by the Collective Education Against Genocide, began with a teachers' assembly and turned into a sit-in. "We are not going to move from here," so said Carlos Diaz, a 63-year-old secondary school teacher and member of the initiative, which brings together around 60 educators as well as figures from the cultural sector. The group called on the government to approve a long-announced decree halting arms sales to Israel. The initiative seeks to mobilise the education community in support of Palestine. A British pilot who drowned when he went for a late-night swim off of Benidorm Beach has been named. Tributes are poured in for 30-year-old Robbie Connington after he got into difficulties when he took an evening dip with two friends late last Friday. The tragedy first emerged over the weekend when police confirmed a British tourist's body had been recovered after he went into the sea with two friends. They returned to Benidorm's Levante Beach unharmed. Robbie from Biggin Hill in Kent posted footage of himself on social media last November, showing him parachuting out of a plane alongside the message, "Jumping into my 30s head first." And Spain's service sector growth slowed down in August, although it maintained a solid pace thanks to strong demand that allowed firms to raise prices, so S&P Global reported this morning. The headline services PMI index fell to 53.2 in August from 55.1 in July, but higher than the 51.9 in June. The sector's expansion was driven by a positive demand environment, with firms experiencing higher sales volumes and a modest increase in new export business. A sister survey released earlier this week showed the manufacturing sector expanded in August at the fastest pace in 10 months. That's the latest from TRE. I'm Bob James.